Did you know that over 1.6 million Nigerians living abroad are investing back home? But let me ask you, have you ever wondered what challenges they face when trying to build their dream homes or businesses in Nigeria? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into the topic that's super relevant for any diasporan looking to invest in Nigeria. Whether you're planning to build a home, a business, or anything in between, understanding the local landscape is crucial. So let's talk about the challenges in building in Nigeria as a diaspora. One major hurdle is the bureaucratic red tape. Trust me, navigating through the local government systems can feel like a maze. You've got to deal with permits, approvals, and plain confusion of who to talk to. Then there's the issue of reliable information. You may think you're well informed, but local knowledge is key. Many diasporans get caught off guard by land laws or zoning regulations that aren't really clear or widely published. It's like playing a game where the rules keep changing. Cultural differences can also play a big role. What works in the US or UK might not fly in Nigeria. Building practices, negotiation styles, and even expectations can vary significantly. It's essential to be well minded and adaptable. In reference to the documentation you need for your, your intended property, I have discussed them in various videos. Just click on the link and you'll see everything there. Let's not forget about the financial aspect. Currency fluctuation and economic instability can throw a wrench into your budget. You might find that what seems like a solid investment on paper doesn't translate well when you factor in local conditions. Now, let's dig deeper into some specifics about the building process itself. First, it's land acquisition. Finding a piece of land that fits your needs is one thing, but ensuring it's legally available and free from disputes is another. You need to hire a local lawyer who knows the ins and outs of land law in Nigeria to help you avoid potentially costly pitfalls like omonile land. Your auntie might say, "Oh, I have a land somewhere," like I said previously, and it might be omonile land. Those ones will not give you peace of mind because they'll keep coming, they'll keep coming. So these are things you have to look at. Next, navigating local regulations can feel overwhelming. Each state has its own rules, and what's acceptable in one might not be in another. It is vital to do your homework and consult with local architects or builders who understand the local landscape. They can save you a ton of headaches down the line. Then there's the importance of the local partnerships. Building in Nigeria is often about who you know, having trustworthy local contacts, be it contractors, suppliers, even friends can make a world of difference. They can provide you insight that just isn't available online or help you smooth over any bumps in the road. Lastly, don't forget about the construction itself. Quality control can be a concern. It's still worth investing in a good project manager who can oversee the work and ensure that everything is up to standard. Talking about construction, due to the fluctuation in the dollar, you wonder why the dollar is affecting construction. It is. The steel is brought in and now it's so expensive. So you now see developers shortcutting or they just cut corners, cutting corners in building. They might decide to buy blocks from a roadside block maker who produces substandard blocks. You need a good quality control project manager to help you in construction because that is very important. And also electricity. I've forgotten about that. Your wires, your cables, they need to be top notch. Your plumbing, potential dangerous areas in construction. I think it's called M&E. It is important you get people who are certified to do that job for you. I want to tell you a story. A neighbor of mine who's a diaspora sent people to build a house for her. In the middle of the night, dead night, they called us. There was fire. This is true life. They had a fire outbreak. Why was that? Because the wiring wasn't done right. This is not what anybody wants. Nobody wants to be burnt down in their own home. So you have to get somebody who is qualified for that job. If you're coming down to the country to make sure that the wiring is done well, come down. It's cheaper than a burnt down house. Plumbing, that's another disaster. I have seen houses where the plumber would use pipes that are meant for cold water and he will run it through the water heater. And things, what happens? It bursts. I have experienced it. I have seen a plumber who decides to block the outflow, and then there was a flood. In fact, I experienced it personally. So your plumbing, your electricity, you have to make sure. Just bottom line is get a qualified project manager to manage your project. Let me share you another story. A friend of mine, let's call her Ajah, moved back to Nigeria after living in Canada for over a decade. He had dreams of building a beautiful eco-friendly home. At first, she hit a wall. The land she wanted was tied up in legal issues, and then she struggled to find reliable contractors. But Ajah didn't give up. She reached out to local builders and formed a partnership with a well-respected architect. Together, they navigated the local regulations and found a way around the land issue. Through persistence and local knowledge, she finally built her dream home. Sometimes you get funny. There were times houses were being demolished. Why? Because aside from the houses being built on the wrong places, they were on land under government acquisition. So these are things people in diaspora should always think about. Don't allow your my auntie, uncle, mommy, daddy take you to one land and the money will come, this one will come, and then at the end of the day, you build the house and then the government comes to acquire the land. So let's not get into that kind of trouble. So to wrap it up, building in Nigeria as a diasporan comes with its fair share of challenges: bureaucratic hurdles, unreliable information, cultural differences, and financial concerns. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you faced any challenges while trying to build in Nigeria? Drop your experience in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about real estate or want to buy a property in Nigeria, check out my next video where we dive deeper into investment opportunities. If you want to buy a property, visit my Instagram page at Daki A Properties. Thanks for watching and bye for now. Don't forget to like my channel. Don't forget to like my channel. Please click on the like, tap the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.